Hello there, my name's Daniel Lemaitre. Welcome to the review. This is a review on the Great Discovery set in the Hornby Thomas tank engine range. This item is now unfortunately discontinued. And on my previous video, someone commented and suggested that I did a review on the Great Discovery set. I briefly mentioned it in one of my other videos, but say this is a full review on it. And when I read the comment, I thought that's a good idea. You know, I mean, I don't accept all requests that I get, but I do read over them, and if I think there's a good idea, then I'll do it. Obviously, if I feel that it's something that I can film, something I can talk about. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please enjoy. So here is the Great Discovery set out of the box. It comes with this as well, and basically this advertises the Percy and the Circus train set as well, and basically explains that you can merge them together, and all the safety notes, the warranty and all that. So they say that came with it. It also comes with this play mat here that you can get out. Yeah, and basically you can make your layout on that. And it does show you that on the back of the box that it actually comes in. And it also shows some of the buildings that you can get in the Great Discovery range. The Great Discovery was the film, the Thomas film, released in 2008. And saying on the front here, you can see it has the Great Discovery logo. It also mentions on the box that it comes with Thomas with a different facial expression, 24 pieces, and saying all the bits you can get with it. And saying this is obviously all that you can get with it, what I've just shown you there. Obviously the controller, the plug for that, all the track there. It comes with the red and blue trucks, and what I like about it is that as you can see here, they're actually weathered. And it comes with loads you can take in and out, so you've got some bricks in that one. And then the blue one here, you've got some wood, timber. Again, that's weathered. And say the blue truck and obviously the red truck there were first introduced in Series 8 of Thomas the Tank Engine. Been seen pretty much in every series and model series since then. And here you've got the Great Discovery Thomas. And again, that face that Thomas has on there is the one that he wore from Series 8 up until the series became completely CGI animated. And then underneath it shows you year it was made, 2008. And like I said, in the Great Discovery range of Hornby, I think it's a shame they didn't bring out Stanley. Obviously Stanley was the engine, the new engine that was introduced in the Great Discovery. I thought the Great Discovery was quite a good film. It was narrated by a famous actor called Pierce Brosnan, who's probably best known for playing James Bond. And it's quite nice, I suppose, that he narrated it. I mean, we've had obviously some other famous faces over the years, like Ringo Starr, that used to narrate the show back in the day. And I wasn't a huge fan of Pierce Brosnan's narration, but at the same time, I suppose we haven't heard as much of him as we have other narrators, so I think at the same time it is a little bit hard to judge. And I like the Great Discovery because I thought it was a fairly good story, and also you had characters like the Pack, Molly, Arthur, Dennis, Terence, Bill and Ben, and a few other characters as well, like Elizabeth and George, appearing in the background. And I'm not just going to judge the film because of all the characters that appeared in it, but it does certainly make, I think it does make it just that little bit more interesting, I suppose, in a way, really. I've had this set here for 6 years now. Got it in 2012. As you can see, I got it from Jay's Chemist in Barton, which is a village in Northamptonshire, not too far from where I live. Yeah, and I've been shopping there for years, and so they do lots of Thomas stuff and nice bits there. So I recommend that you go there if you haven't. Also recently, there's a shop in Rushden called Osborne's, and it's had a its whole shop front made out of Lego, because Osborne's is in Rushden, which is a town near me, and it was the first shop in the UK to have Lego. And Lego's been around for 60 years now, so because Osborne's was the first shop, it had a whole Lego shop front, and that shop's been open for 63 years this year, so it's quite nice that it's still open. Obviously, over the years, lots of unfortunately family businesses have closed and gone, and that, and owners have retired. But Osborne's is still going, which is quite nice. So also in the set, you've got Annie and Clarabelle. Again, they're weathered. So like I said, yeah, it's quite a nice set, I think. And I've had a little run of these, and they run really nicely indeed. I've done a review on Thomas before, and when I've done that review, I gave Thomas an 8.5 out of 10, and the same would be, I think, for this one as well. I mean, I think this is a good model of Thomas, don't get me wrong, but then that bit's not the right colour, it's completely blue, and there's some details that Hornby had missed out on. But at the same time, this is quite a good model of Thomas because it is based on Blue E2, which is what Thomas's basis is. And you can sort of tell by the way that there's the dip at the front and the back. And in the Railway series, after Thomas had an accident and crashed into the station master's house, that bit there and on the back there, that became completely flat, not curved. You should probably know if you do read the Railway series books. And so ever since then in the Railway series, Thomas's balance, as it's called, has been flat. Yeah, so I really like this set, and I certainly recommend, if you haven't got it, you get it. It is now discontinued, unfortunately. And as I've said before, back in the day, Hornby had lots of characters and that were out, and I think they were making the most of Hornby back then because there was such a big selection of engines you could buy compared to what there is now. But I mean, I've said as well, it's a shame as well that characters maybe like, they had characters like Murdoch in the range. Murdoch didn't have much of a role in the show really, and I think it's a shame that engines that I like Neville, for example, and Molly, and also Belle, who's also the same basis as Arthur pretty much. And a few others didn't appear in the range really. I think they'd have been quite a nice addition, in my opinion. But you never know, Hornby might bring them out again one day. Let's say Hornby have made some quite good models. I mean, obviously nowadays Bachmann seems to be doing everything. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until next time, goodbye. Many thanks for watching. And if you've got any questions you'd like to ask, please comment below.